You'll see replays here, and it's a very cool feature. You still got the slow-mo added in there too, yeah. Kurt is the man pushing the buttons, and we got Arthur on the camera. I'm Jay Paul from Waverly, Wartburg College. Nice campus, nice stadium. Here's a end around, a double. It's a reverse with Feldberg carrying, and he's going to lose yardage. Well, actually, he gains about 4 after the sack, that's right, but still not back even to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. So that'll be a punting situation. There's a flag down again. Hard to see when it's way across the field like that. They're calling another block in the back by Lake Mills, and they're going to decline that. Will MFL MarMac. So 4th down. Punting situation for Lake Mills. Feldberg with his 2nd carry of the game, but man, he picked up, let me see, 21, about 5 yards on that one. 4th down, here we go. On the punt. Nice boot, goes to about the 40-yard line. And the runner goes right, then comes straight up the field and gets about 6 yards on the return to about the 46-yard line. And that's where MFL MarMac will start. With 1:49 to play in the first quarter. And 1st and 10 on their own 46. Again, thanks to Winworth Betco, one of our new sponsors, serving the economic development interests for Winnebago and Worth counties in Iowa. Get activity, event, and job info from them. 1st down. Lake Mills defense back on the field, and there's been a lot of runs tonight. Here's flags down all over the place. It's going to be illegal procedure on MFL MarMac, and that will move them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 at the 41. Some penalties here tonight. A little sloppy play, both sides. Some long passes that have fallen incomplete, especially for Lake Mills. And then that long run, 68 yards by Alex Albert, was called back. Touchdown run called back because of an illegal block at the back. Unfortunate. 1st and 15 from the 41, MFL MarMac. With 1:47 to play first quarter. Here's the snap direct to a running back who didn't fool anybody. I think he may have got a yard on that one. 2nd and 14. Nice defensive play. They had a couple of backs in the backfield. They had a man in motion who got the snap and tried to take it around the right side, but that was no goal. They took him down right away. Got a yard out of it. 2nd and 14. 1:15 and counting here in the first quarter of a scoreless game. Here's the snap back and another pass over the middle. This one's complete. Oh, he dropped it. In and out of the hands of that number 3, who they keep going to at about midfield. Incomplete. That's 3rd and 14 for MFL MarMac. Nice quick stop here and get the ball back. See if we can get that running game going again. If we can get Albert sprung for another long gainer without a penalty, then we're in business. 3rd and 14 on their own 42 for the school out of Monona. And he's going to pass. He's got 3 again over the middle, and he avoids a tackle, and he's going to run close to a first down. Looks like he's got it. They're going to mark it right at the first down marker. So a 14-yard gain, and it's 1st down. Right over the middle. Quick pass. Able to avoid a tackle and turn it into a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the Lake Mills 43.5-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first. 48 seconds and counting. Pistol again. It's 3 backs and a quick handoff inside to number 21, and he takes it, 27. around the right side for maybe a half yard. Second down, that might be the last play of the quarter. 26 seconds and counting. They're going to give him a yard gain on that one. 2nd and 9. Oh, they'll get another play off here. 15 seconds and counting. They come up to the line in the shotgun with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 running back who gets the handoff up the middle and takes it for about 3 or 4 yards. And that will exhaust the first quarter here. A scoreless first quarter from Wartburg College in Waverly. MFL MarMac with the ball going to 3rd down and about 4 or 5 yards to go. But scoreless with Lake Mills on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Now back in Waverly for the second quarter. The Bulldogs, both teams, our Bulldogs, have switched sides. Lake Mills defending to our left on the screen in the purple uniforms. Scoreless first quarter. We just had one play run here in the second quarter. It was a blocked pass. The Lake Mills defensive player getting up there and knocking it down. So that'll bring up 4th down and 6. And the ball is on the 39-yard line of Lake Mills. And timeout has been called by the Lake Mills Bulldogs. And should we take a quick break? We just had one. We'll just keep it here. Why not just keep it here? I've got a couple of businesses I can talk about. Womack Design, quality furniture from hardwood sourced from the upper Midwest. Designed to enhance today's home. Hardwood flooring, fireplace mantles, custom dining tables, and more at Womack Design. Dave's Auto Service, full-service gas station since 1973. BizWiz Marketing LLC, a full-service print, social media, and advertising company. If it's advertising, they do it. And Farmers Trust and Savings Bank is an employee-owned community bank with offices in Buffalo Center, Lakota, Britt, Lake Mills, and Bryceland. It's 4th and 6 as we get back to action here with 11:56 just underway in the second quarter. Scoreless game. Going to punt it away with the MarMac punter standing at his 50. Martinson's back deep at the 6 to receive this punt. And it is kind of a line driver. Bounces at the 12 and gets into the end zone. And Lake Mills will take it at the 20. Scoreless here in Waverly at Wartburg College. Let's take a quick break and be back with more action on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. It's back in Waverly, scoreless game here, just underway in the second quarter. Lake Mills with their first possession of the quarter. There's a pitch back to the right and out of bounds is Prescott into the game for Lake Mills. They had it 1st and 10 on their 20, and he was knocked out of bounds at about the 23, so a nice 3-yard gain for Prescott. Logan, I got to write him down here because his first carry. 2nd down, 7 to go, and Beamer up under center. That's a quick handoff up the middle. This goes nowhere. Maverick Schmidt getting the carry there, number 33, the 5'11 junior. His first carry of the ball game. They're going to give him a yard. 3rd down and 6 from the 24 for Lake Mills. It's been tough sledding. You know, they had that one big run by Albert that went 68 yards for a score, but they had called it back because of a blocking penalty, illegal block in the back. 3 receivers to the right, 1 back in the backfield, and 1 receiver to the left. And they're going left, but incomplete off the hands of Blake Storby. Incomplete, and that's 0 for 3 for Cale Beamer on the evening. And that'll bring up 4th down again. And a punting situation for Lake Mills. MFL MarMac, the Bulldogs, setting their 2 punt returners back at their own 44. Prescott back to kick for Lake Mills, standing at his 12 and 11 now, with 3 guys right up in front of him to block. That's a low line drive. It's going to bounce nicely, though, for Lake. Oh, look at that. He lets it go, and it bounces all the way and rolls to the 35, 34-yard line. Very nice. 34-yard line is where MarMac will start their next possession. Scoreless here. 10:49 left in the second quarter. And we are in Waverly at Wartburg College. They call it Zimmerman Field here. I don't know who Zimmerman was, but he was pretty impressive because this is a nice looking field and stadium. A little dark here or there on the field. They do have quite a few light stanchions around, but tough to see the flag sometimes that it hits the field. There's a run around the right side. And Maverick Schmidt in there on the tackle. It was Mason Hertrampf, senior, running back. Gained about 3. Yeah, they'll give him 3. Second down, 7 to go for MarMac. Quarterback Cedric Dron, number 2. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 155 pounds. And they do this set here with 2 backs right behind him out of the shotgun. He's going to go deep and overthrow everybody. His favorite target again, Garrett Keener, the junior, 6'4" junior. I told you he was tall. So incomplete, and that brings up 3rd and 7 for MarMac. They have this formation that they've used quite a bit with quarterback drawn in the shotgun or pistol. He's got a running back behind him and then 1 to each side of him about 4 or 5 yards away. Almost like a victory formation. And then a receiver to each side as well. Can't really call them flankers, those 2 running backs to the sides, but here's a handoff to one of them, and he's headed left, and he's not going to go anywhere. Smothered there at the 43 by Schmidt. Nice job by Maverick. And that brings up 4th down again. So both teams trading punts here. Not a whole lot of yards to speak of. Too bad Alex Albert's 68-yard run wasn't allowed to stand. But he has 5 carries for 9 yards on the night, does Albert. Beamer 0 for 3 at quarterback. Here's the punt that rolls to the 20 and inside the 20 to about the 16. That's where Lake Mills will start, 1st and 10. And again, our great sponsors, can't do it without Wilkinson Tool and Die, committed to supplying their customers with the highest quality tooling on the market, providing everything from small standalone dies to large Class A progressive dies and much more. And Tri-State Tax, providing exceptional tax and accounting services with excellent customer service in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. 1st and 10 from their own 16 come the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Scoreless game, 9:22 left in the second quarter here from Waverly, Iowa on Wartburg College. Here's one. Up the middle goes Albert to the 35-40. He's dragged down from behind at the 44-yard line. We'll have a replay on that big run by Alex Albert. 28-yard pickup, and he's got some helmet problems. 28-yard pickup. He gets up to 37 yards now on 5 carries. Very nice run right up the middle, and they broke it out to the right. Got caught from behind. I don't know. He had helmet problems. He was dragged down. Probably slammed his face mask into the ground, and he had to run off and get that squared away. Here's a handoff up the middle. That's Prescott. Ooh, he fumbles, but it's going to be recovered by Lake Mills. Cactus right there to get on top of it. Near a 1st down, too. He's about a yard or 2 away. Logan Prescott, his 2nd carry. And he got about 4 yards before he was hit and fumbled, and then Cactus jumps on it, and it's 2nd, and they're calling it 2nd and 1 at the MarMac 47. Handoff again up the middle. It's Albert back in the ball game, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring out 3rd and 1. 6 carries now for Albert and 37 yards. Maverick Schmidt with a carry. Logan Prescott's got a couple. Cale Beamer with a rush for 2 yards. And he's 0 for 3 passing. Trying to go deep a couple of times and unsuccessful. Schmidt is the up back in the eye with Albert in the back, and Beamer hands it to Schmidt, and he's got the first down and more. He may score. 20, 15. He's caught from behind at the 11-yard line. Nice run of 36 yards for Maverick Schmidt. First and goal, or first and 10, I guess, at the 11. Nice run right up the gut to the up back, Maverick Schmidt. 5'11", 185-pound junior. Almost scored. Doesn't quite have the breakaway speed. Here's Albert going right, and he gets smothered at the 9. Couple of yards for him. And it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 8 at the 9. Got to get just inside the 2 for a first down. And they call it 2nd and 8. We'll give him 2 yards there. He's up to 40 on the ball game. 7 carries is Albert. Second down, 6:59. Clock's running here in the second quarter of a scoreless game. Albert again hit, and he wasn't dropped, but stopped right away. And it was a fumble and recovered by MarMac. I thought it was weird. He was standing there without the ball in his hand, but I didn't see it come out. But lost fumble there for Alex Albert. See on the replay anything? Yeah, there it is. Ball drops. One of the linemen for MarMac jumps on it. And they're going to start at their 9-yard line, so deep in their own territory, but still scoreless ball game here. Timeout on the field, and we'll be back with more high school football action on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly at Wartburg College, Zimmerman Field, and it's second down. First down play was a run up the middle, and here's the replay of it. Happened while we were at break. Not much there. Second down, and they're calling it 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard gain. MarMac does this bunch formation, basically, behind their quarterback. And here it is again. 2 or 3 running backs. He hands it off to the back. The back goes up the middle for very few yards. It'll bring up third down. They got to get to about the 19. And they're sitting at the 16, 17-yard line. 3rd and a yard or 2 for MFL MarMac. It's hard to see their numbers. Like I said, it is kind of a dark field. I can see Lake Mills' numbers better there in the gold. And there's a keeper for the quarterback around the right side for a first down. He's at about the 26-yard line. Cedric Dran, number 2, the sophomore quarterback, 5'10", 155. His favorite receiver is Garrett Keener, a junior, 6'4", 210. And he's got 3 running backs. Hertramp, the senior, 6 foot 210, is the one who gets most of the carries. And here they are on 1st and 10 at their own 27 with 5:05 left in a scoreless second quarter. No going there. In fact, losing 2 yards back to the 25 is Hertramp. Nazer and Schmidt with the tackle. 2nd and 12 now from the 25. Thought they were going to put it in the end zone again. Albert had the long 68-yard run called back because of penalty in the first quarter. Then Maverick Schmidt ran all the way down to the 11, and a couple of plays later, Albert fumbled, and MarMac got that one. Now we have a procedure penalty against MarMac. That's going to move them back 5 to the 20. And it'll be 2nd and 17. Clock stopped with 4:30 to play here in the first half. Still scoreless between Lake Mills and MFL MarMac. That's Monona, Farmersburg, Luana, Marquette, and McGregor. Just northeast, about an hour and a half northeast of here in Waverly. Both teams having a nice road trip. Lake Mills considered the home team here tonight. 2nd and 17. And they're going deep down the right side. And nicely played by Martinson. He had the inside position on that when he knocked it away. See the replay on that. He actually got his hands on it, I think. Martinson did. Yeah, he had the inside position. Kind of on the sideline. And it was off his hands, yeah. 4th down, they're going to have to... Oh, no, it's 3rd down because of the penalty. 17 to go. 3rd and 17 from the 20. Lake Mills defense has been pretty stout. Haven't had too many breakaways at all. Kind of a weird formation on their offense for MarMac. That's tipped around and almost intercepted. Oh, off the hands of Tyler Helgeson out there, the 5'10 sophomore. Watch this. It was off of Martinson, and then Helgeson has a shot at it, and he juggles a couple times, falling down and couldn't get it. But it does force a punt, and Lake Mills stands to get pretty good field position here because they are setting up their punt returners just across the 50 at their own 46. And this is going to be Cactus at the 40. And he's got some room here on the right side. He crosses midfield and gets pounded out of bounds at about the 41 of MFL MarMac. Nice tackle there by Zachary Howe, sophomore. First and 10 of a scoreless ball game here. 3:53 to play in the second quarter. Hot night here in Waverly. Hot where you are too. Glad you joined in us here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. It's Bulldogs TV powered by Live Sports Live online at LakeMillsBulldogs.com. There's a flag. They're going to call procedure again. Yeah, we've had a lot of those calls tonight. So that's going to set them back to the 46 and a 1st and 15 for Lake Mills. Both sides have had a lot of the procedure calls. Cale Beamer 0 for 3 unofficially. He has 1 rush for 2 yards. Alex Alberts carried 7 times for 40 yards, and he lost a fumble. Maverick Schmidt, 2 carries for 37 yards. Logan Prescott, a couple of carries for 7 yards. Nobody's caught a pass. Grant Felstead, also a couple of carries for 8 yards so far for Lake Mills. Those are, of course, unofficial stats. And around the left side goes Prescott, and he's got room as he rumbles out of bounds at close to the 35-yard line. Logan Prescott, his 3rd carry of the ball game. From the 46 down to the 35, so 9-yard gain. He's got 16 yards on 3 carries. That was a good one over the left side. But it brings up 2nd down and 4 at the 35 of MarMac. To the line they come. Beamer's in the pistol formation with a couple of running backs around him. Gives it to the 2nd back. That's Felstead, who rumbles for the 1st down to about the 28-yard line. 7-yard pickup. It's his 3rd carry. He's got 15 yards. 1st and 10 at the 29, they're calling it. 28? Yeah, they have it, 28. To the line they come, again in that shotgun of sorts, maybe a pistol. He's got 2 running backs beside him. Felstead gets the carry, and he's smothered right there. Probably lost a yard or 2. They're going to call it at the 30, so yeah, a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 from the 30. boy, they get some good plays going, and you think, oh, they're getting the momentum and they're figuring things out, and then backwards they go, and still no score here with 2:57 to play in the half, and the clock is ticking. On a hot night in Waverly, Wartburg College, Zimmerman Field. Beamer takes the snap from the shotgun. He's throwing it down the right sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it to Colby Grow. So he's 0 for 4 is Beamer. And that brings up 3rd and 12 at the 30. Still, I think, a little too far for field goal position. But if you got to get to the 18.5 for a first down. So if you can get it to the 20, then you're talking maybe field goal position. But that's a tall order here. I'd rather get the first down and try and get a crack at the end zone the way this game's going. A touchdown might win it. That's a nice screen setup, but doesn't go anywhere. Logan Prescott, his first completion, though, of the night for Beamer. And it goes to Prescott, who gets no gain. And that's 4th down. 4th and 11. Maybe got to the original line of scrimmage. So that was the 28.5. Yeah, it's close. They're still calling it 4th and 11, and they're going to go for it. Beamer's in the shotgun. He's got one back to his right and 4 receivers, 2 to each side. He's throwing it to Cactus over his head, incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. He had nothing to lose. If you can't make the field goal from that distance, you might as well go for it. You're not going to punt it because you're only going to gain 10 yards out of the thing, because if it goes in the end zone, they started at the 20. So not a bad attempt. Good idea anyway, but a turnover on downs. And so with 1:57 to play in the second quarter, MarMac will take over at their own 29-yard line. Timeout called on the field of a scoreless game. Let's take a quick break here and be back with the end of the first half on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly for high school football action here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Scoreless game, under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. MarMac with the ball. Now on 2nd and 10, they gain a couple of yards over the middle. We had that first play that happened while we were away, and that didn't go very far either. I think it was an incomplete pass. Let's see how that one, incomplete pass at about the 45 there. So 3rd down and 6 now for MFL MarMac. Monona, Farmersburg, Luana, Marquette, and McGregor. How can they even keep that straight? I have to keep looking, and I've said it about 10 times. It's so much easier to say Lake Mills. So if they can stop them here, they have a shot at getting a score before half to Lake Mills Bulldogs. Both teams are Bulldogs tonight. That's a run around the right side that's sniffed out by Martinson right away, and he's dropped for no gain there, maybe a yard, but 1:05 to go, and I think we got a timeout. Lake Mills calls a timeout because they're going to get the ball back on a punt here, and with 1:05 to go in the first half, they will look to get this punt and hopefully do something with it. You know, they've had some good runs. You want to break? Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more action on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly, Lake Mills against MFL MarMac. MarMac just punted, and we have that for you here while we were away. I think it was Martinson who grabbed it at about the 28 and got back to near the 40. Here it is. He grabs it up the middle and gets smothered at the 40. Now back to live action with Beamer throwing it out to the right. And that's complete and almost up to midfield. He couldn't get out of bounds. That would have been the thing to do. Colby Grow there. They are going to give him 9 yards on the play. Colby Grow. Here's another pass, and out of bounds goes Grow. Beamer now 3 out of 8. That's a first down, and stops the clock with 26 seconds left. But still, they're 43 yards away from pay dirt. Three completions, but only about 15 yards for Beamer, but Colby Groh with a couple of catches on this drive. Back to pass again is Beamer. He's going for it all here with Cactus down the right side. He caught it, and he's out of bounds with 17 seconds left inside the 10 at the 6. Beautiful play. Nice catch by Cactus with a guy draped all over him. Nice throw from Cale Beamer. And that was a gain of about 35 yards, I believe. Cactus's first catch. And a timeout for Lake Mills as they're going to try and think about this at the 6-yard line. First and goal, 17 seconds to play. And they just used their last timeout, so they've got to figure out how to score. We'll take a quick break on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly here at Wartburg College, Zimmerman Field, scoreless first half, 17.7 seconds left. But Lake Mills is on the threshold of scoring again. They've been down here before and had a fumble, lost a fumble. Also had a long run by Albert called back for a penalty, so it'd be nice to see him get some points finally. First and goal at the 6. But like I said, 17.7 seconds left. No timeouts for Lake Mills, so they got to punch it in or have an incomplete pass or a touchdown. That'd be nice. Beamer rolls right. He's got a guy, but that's incomplete. He short-hopped it. So second down, 12 and a half seconds to play. Second and goal. Beamer now 4 for 10, 50 yards unofficially. Big play there to Tommy Cactus, his first grab of the night for 25 yards. Put him at the 6. A nice catch at the right sideline and out of bounds to stop the clock. Second and 6, 12 seconds left. Beamer up under center in the I formation behind him. He's throwing to the right to Cactus, and he couldn't quite get turned around, but they're going to call an interference penalty against the MarMac defender, who's number 11, whose name is, I'm sure he doesn't want me to say it, Levi Ferguson, the senior. They're talking about it. Should give him first and goal at the 1, because it happened in the end zone. They're taking their sweet time. Interference, MarMac. They're going to put her down at the 1. Let's see where he has it here. Well, it's not an automatic at the 1. Well, they were at the 6. It's got to be 5 yards. So, half the distance. I see. So they will be first and goal at the 3 with 9.6 seconds to play. Beamer's in the shotgun with a back to his left and 4 receivers out. He's going left. Touchdown. That's Felstead on the grab from 3 yards out. And finally, Lake Mills gets in the end zone. They've been there before, but we had it called back. And now scoring on a pass from Beamer to Felstead from 3 yards out with 5 seconds left in the half. And the extra point coming up here. Of course, big Gabe Irons, homecoming king, going to try the extra point. And it's up and good. 5 seconds to play, and Lake Mills has the 7-0 lead on Lake Mills Bulldogs. Oh, are we looking at it again, or? I don't. If you have the touchdown, we can look at that again. There he is. Inside receiver to the left is Felstead. Nice diving catch. Held on to the ball, and first score of the ball game for either team here. 7-0. We'll see how MarMac ends the half here, but I don't think they're going to be able to. Only way they're going to do it is if they take it all the way back. Midwest Metal Stamping, offering competitive pricing, on-time delivery, and superior quality standards. Midwest Metal Stamping is a leader in its industry. Also new to our family, PrintMajor.com. Design your own t-shirts, hoodies, and more online at PrintMajor.com. And if you have a fundraiser, they can help you out too. America's Mattress of Albert Lea, the best mattresses from brands you know like Simmons, Beauty Rest, Serta, and Perfect Sleeper. Nobody beats their prices, and they're open 7 days a week. in Albert Lea, as well as Lake Mills Chamber Development Corporation, working cooperatively to promote and enhance the Lake Mills area as a viable community. And Tri-State Tax, they provide exceptional tax and accounting services with excellent customer service in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Here's the kickoff. It's a kind of a squibber up the middle. Recovered at the 34 and taken up to the 42, and that's going to leave about 0.8 seconds left. So one play left here. I'm guessing it's going to be a pass to end the half. 7-0 Lake Mills. Finally breaking through. In the first quarter, they had a long run from Alex Albert, a 68-yarder called back because of an illegal block in the back. Then they got down close. Again, they were inside the 10, and Albert's fumbled and lost the ball there. Finally, though, able to push it in right here at the end of the first half with that pass from Beamer to Felstead, and it's 7-0. Well, they're just going to take a knee here and end the half. 7-0 Lake Mills as we go to halftime at Wartburg College in Waverly. I'm Jay Paul, and we'll be back with some numbers and maybe a band at halftime, too, at LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back here in Waverly at Wartburg College, Zimmerman Field, 7-0 halftime score. Lake Mills leading MFL MarMac. We have some replays here from the second quarter. There's a drive that was going well. They started deep in their own end, and look at this run here. That's Albert getting free, I think. Or no, maybe that was Prescott. I can't quite see the number there. And then another nice run over midfield with a fumble and a recovery by Cactus of Lake Mills. Then Schmidt goes rumbling all the way down to about the 11-yard line. And then that was the fumble of Albert's fumble. Is this the next drive then? And this is the long pass to Cactus, 25 yards down the right side. He got out of bounds with about 17 seconds left. Here's your touchdown to Feldberg and the extra point. 7-0 halftime score here at Wartburg College. Very nice field. The only thing, we've discussed this too here with Kurt and Arthur, it's got some dark spots on the field, but all in all, it's an impressive facility here with some dorms, looks like, across the way, and they have orange all over the place. That's their colors. The end zones are orange, as you can see, and the W in the middle of the field. Both of these teams tonight coming from about an hour and a half away. Of course, Lake Mills to the northwest of here, and MFL MarMac from the northeast of here. MarMac, MFL MarMac. The M stands for Monona, where all the school is, the high school. F is for Farmersburg. L is for Luana. MAR, M-A-R, for Marquette, and MAC for McGregor. All those five schools together, or towns together, creating MFL MarMac, the Bulldogs. And they have, for the most part, run the ball, and not so effectively, because, of course, they've been held out of the end zone, but a lot of that has to do with pretty good defense by the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Lake Mills has had chances. They could be up 21-0. They had that long run called back, a 68-yard scamper by Albert in the first quarter, called back on a penalty. And they got down close again, and Albert fumbled that one, and they lost it, but then scoring near the end of the first half. So could be a lot worse. They're going to get the ball as Lake Mills here in the second half, and they'll be going with their purple uniforms from right to left on your screen there. Tell your friends about LakeMillsBulldogs.com. We are on the air, audio and video for all the home games. Looking forward to, like I said, next week off, even though the teams will be playing. They'll have road games. We'll have the next volleyball game a week from next Tuesday, the 3rd of October, and a 7 o'clock start time just before that for the pregame. And then a football game that Friday, I believe it's the 7th, or no, it's the 6th. Friday the 6th for the football game. And that would be our next two broadcasts here. And I think that's the last ones for volleyball and football. And then we'll start the basketball season in late November with home games there for boys and girls basketball action for Lake Mills. About to kick it off here in the second half. MarMac, big number 62, is kicking for them. And that is Corby Keener, the junior. And the ball goes down to about the 10-yard line, picked up there by Albertson. He's got some room around the left side. He's gone, untouched, about 80 yards for the score. There you go. No flags, I hope. No flags. That's a touchdown and an 80-yard scamper. Let me see, where did he get that? 90 yards. He got it at the 10. 90-yard touchdown run for Alex Albert on a kickoff return. And that helps him feel better when he got that 68-yarder called back in the first quarter. So nice, untouched around the left side. 90 yards to start the second half. 13-0. And the extra point coming from homecoming Kagan Gabe Irons as he marks his yardage off. Well, they got a whistle here. They've got the ball set at the 3, as they always do. They're going to talk it over here. Maybe some unsportsmanlike. I don't know. What could have happened? And we'll get the call here from the referee. Nothing. So wanted to discuss things. Where they're going for coffee afterwards. Extra point coming. Gabe will kick it. Beamer puts it down, and it's good. Or no good. Really? All right. Well, 13-0 then with 11:44 left. 16 seconds have elapsed here in the third quarter, and on the board again for Lake Mills. We'll take a quick break. Should we do that? And yeah, could you see that go left? It's back in Waverly, Wartburg College, Zimmerman Field. 13-0. Lake Mills on top after a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Alex Albert. For Lake Mills, now they're kicking off, and he gets it at the 5 and carries it up. He's got some room up the middle, but he's going to be stopped at the 37 or 38-yard line. Keener carrying the ball there. 90-yard run for Albert was electrifying, untouched around the left side. It didn't take him long to get down there either. And after that 68-yarder he had called back in the first quarter, it's justice to, here's the replay of the kickoff. Justice for Albert to finally get a long touchdown run. Happened to be a kickoff return, but we'll take it. 13-0 with 11:36 left in the third. A timeout on the field. Let me talk about some of our fine sponsors here tonight. Our new sponsors, Farmers Trust and Savings Bank, an employee-owned community bank with offices in Buffalo Center, Lakota, Britt, Lake Mills, and Bryceland. There's also America's Mattress of Albert Lee, the best mattresses from brands you know, like Simmons Beauty Rest, Serta, and Perfect Sleeper. Nobody beats their prices. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 Sundays. Also new to our family, printmajor.com. Design your own t-shirts, hoodies, and more online at printmajor.com. Having a fundraiser? Print Major can help. Visit printmajor.com to learn more. Also new to the broadcast, Winworth Betco, serving the economic development interests for Winnebago and Worth counties in Iowa. Get activity, event, and job info from Winworth Betco. And Americana Insurance. At Americana Insurance, they're continuously working to provide the individual coverage that you require. And when it comes to protecting your auto, home, business, farm, crops, health, life, and family, don't leave it up to chance. Call Americana, licensed in both Iowa and Minnesota. There's an injured player on the field. That's why we are not back to action just yet. It looks like a MarMac player at the 40-yard line there. I don't have a number on him. Arthur, can you see a number on the injured guy? There's too many coaches around. You can't really see him. He's sitting up at the 40-yard line, so that's a positive, I guess. Might have got the wind knocked out of him or something. But there was a timeout called, and so that's where we are. 11:36 left to play in the third. 13-0 in favor of Lake Mills. Let's take a break and be back with third quarter action here from Waverly on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly at Wartburg College, Zimmerman Field. 13-0 Lake Mills early in the third quarter. MFL MarMac has the ball and a run around the right side. He gains about 4 yards there. That's Dylan Corlett. The injured player was Michael Egan, a junior, 5'10", 145-pounder. He kind of limped off the field and is sitting on the bench back there. So second down now and 5 for MFL MarMac. Lake Mills defense has been very, very good, very effective. They've had a few runs, not a lot in the passing game for MarMac. They have this weird formation on offense that's kind of confusing, and Lake Mills has really held them down. There's a pass to the left, and Martinson trips him up, thankfully, because he would have scored if he didn't. Got out to almost the 40 of Lake Mills, and that's where they're going to put it down, right at the 40. 1st and 10 for MarMac. That's their biggest play so far, I believe, of the game. Martinson saved the touchdown with a shoestring tackle there. Clock running at 10:47 in the third. 13-0. Lake Mills, they missed the extra point. And you know as well as we do, if you're watching, that end zone. Oops, there's a fumble, and Lake Mills gets it. Turnover. Nice job by the defense again. Cole Burgo jumping on that ball. And it is 1st and 10 on their own 43 for Lake Mills. I was going to say that goalpost to our left, when you show it, the scoreboard's right behind it. Big orange scoreboard with white letters in it. There's a glow around the whole thing, so it's tough to even see what's going on over there at the uprights. And that's, yeah, see, you call a missed field goal there. It's a 1st down carry up the middle. It doesn't go very far. Might have lost a half a yard. Albert, they're going to call it no gain. 8th carry for Albert for 40 yards. He does have a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown and a 68-yard scamper that was called back. I'm surprised he's not cramping up in this heat. He must have got plenty of liquids. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 on the 43. Beamer rolls to his right. He's got time. Whoop, somebody coming up from behind there, but he scampers a little farther out. Now he's going to go down. And spun out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, 37. So losing more yards. 3rd and long for Lake Mills. But they're up 13-zip, and then he didn't get out of bounds because the clock is running. So 9:41 and counting here in the third. They're going to call it a 6-yard loss. Goes against your passing stats. It's his 12th attempt. 47 yards, and that 3-yard score to Feldberg at the end of the first half. Beamer again throwing over the middle, complete to Cactus, and he's up to midfield, but that's still 4 or 5 yards short of the first down. But a nice play. 12-yard gain for Cactus. Beamer to Cactus. And it'll be 4th down. Four yards to go. 2nd catch for Cactus, including a 25-yard nice play down the right side to set up the first touchdown. Here's a punt that goes. They were going to do a reverse, but didn't happen. He kept it, and he's going to lose yards, man. He got that at about the 20, and they're going to get it at the 14-yard line. So losing yardage on this punt. Let's see where he gets it. Catches it at the 15, 16. Fake the end around or the reverse, and he gets nailed there. Nice defense. It's 1st and 10 for MFL MarMac. And a long field to go. Let's go defense. Defense has been on the field quite a bit tonight, and we still have the better part of 2 quarters to go on a hot and sticky night here in Waverly. There's a run up the middle for good yards, a 1st down. And that is number 47, Derek Larson, a senior. Little 5'4", 155-pounder. 1st and 10 at the 28. 14-yard gain. The Lake Mills Bulldog is down there. Getting photo ops with kids here on the Lake Mills sidelines. Here's a fake handoff, and the quarterback keeps it up the middle, and not a lot of room there for Cedric Dron, the sophomore quarterback. It's pretty impressive. If you're starting at quarterback and you're a sophomore, that means you are pretty good athletically. Play comes into him, and it's 2nd and 5 at the 34. 33 they call it, but look at it. It's at, yeah, 33, okay. They're right. There's a handoff inside, goes nowhere. No gain, 3rd and 5. They have the weird formation. I don't know what they call it. I'm not familiar with it. They got 2 wing running backs to either side of the quarterback, and then a running back behind him, and usually a receiver to each side. It's not quite a pistol. It's not a shotgun. I'll have to look it up and see what exactly that is called. It's kind of unique. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 6 players in a little U around the quarterback. Oh, a completion out to the left and almost up to midfield. And they're going to call him out of bounds at the 48 of Lake Mills. Nice gainer there of 19 yards. Grand to Simpson for the first down. 6:45 to play. Clock still running. 3rd quarter. 13-0. Lake Mills is in lead. Here's a run around the right side for MarMac. A nice tackle. Martinson in the open field. Just went low and got him. Grabbed his foot and took him down. Oh, that was Beamer. Beamer who tackled him. Number 7. Looked like number 4 for a bit. Beamer, nice tackle. Couple of yard gain there. 2nd and 8 at the 46 of Lake Mills. Coming down to 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 90-yard touchdown on a kickoff return by Alex Albert. Opened the second half. Here's a pitch to the right, and again, just a couple 3 yards and down. It's going to make it 3rd down and 3, but there's a flag that's in the backfield, and that's holding on the offense. So that'll move them back 5 yards or 10 yards, and they're going to take that penalty. Is Lake Mills. So move them back. 2nd and 17. Should be. Close to that anyway. Yeah, Lake Mills scoring at the end of the first half on a 3-yard pass from Beamer to Feldberg, and then the extra point was good, and then scoring on the opening kickoff at the second half on a 90-yard scamper, untouched by Alex Albert around the right side or left side, and missed the extra point to make it 13-0. 2nd and 17 from their own 41. There's a pass that's sniffed out and drilled by Tommy Cactus. He lost yards there. That is going to feel a little sore tomorrow, too. As soon as he caught that ball, Cactus was in his breadbasket and dropped him. 3rd down and long at the 39, their own 39. They were in Lake Mills territory at the 48. But they've fallen on hard times since. 13 yards just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Are they calling it 2nd down? There was a penalty, I know. I still thought it was 3rd. It's 2nd down. They're going long over the middle. It's overthrown. Nice coverage there by Martinson of Lake Mills, number 4. Throwing it out there to Levi Ferguson, senior, for MFL MarMac. And that'll bring up 3rd down. 4th down, I was right. Yeah, they haven't changed the scoreboard. I was right, it was 3rd down that last play. And here's the punt with Martinson standing at his 25, and it's going to hit at about the 28 and roll out of bounds at the 23, 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 from there for Lake Mills, leading 13-0 on a very hot evening here. It's got to still be close to 80. Probably has dropped into the 70s a bit, but 13-0 lead for Lake Mills. See if we can put this thing away with another touchdown here. Thanks to BizWiz Marketing LLC, Winworth Betco, Americana Insurance, Young Plumbing and Heating, Womack Design, Dave's Auto Service, as well as Sophia Asa Photography, Premier Concrete, Farmers Trust and Savings Bank, Wilkinson Tool and Die, Tri-State Tax, North Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Lake Mills Chamber Development Corporation. Here's a handoff that goes to about the line of scrimmage from Albert. Also, Amish Heirlooms Furniture, Midwest Metal Stamping, Thrivent Financial, Dale's Body Shop, Carl Bladel Construction, PrintMajor.com, and America's Mattress of Albert Lee, our fine sponsors on the broadcast tonight. It's Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live online at LakeMillsBulldogs.com. And we're on Facebook, too, Facebook.com/Bulldogs-TV. It's a good place to go and like us and get all the updates. Here's Schmidt right up the middle. He's going to gain 5 or 6. Third carry for Maverick, 43 yards. It's got an 11-yard average. More than that. So, 3rd down and 2. There's an inside handoff, and it's not going to get there. Maverick Schmidt with the carry. And he goes nowhere. So, could be a punting situation. 3:38 to play in the 3rd. 4th and 2. They drop back for the punt. Number 3 for MFL MarMac is Garrett Keener, the junior, 6'4", 210, as well as Mason Hertrampf, senior, back to, they're going to let that one roll again, and it takes the Lake Mills roll down to the 25-yard line as Martinson takes it down there, touches it down there, and that'll be where they start their next drive. 1st and 10 at the 25, 13-0 in favor of Lake Mills. We're back in action here. Waverly, an interception by Alex Albert of the first play of that drive, and he takes it to the 24-yard line. And Alex Albert turning in a great game. He's got 9 carries for 40 yards. He's got a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and he's got an interception now. He also lost a fumble and had a 68-yard touchdown called back. But he's had a busy young man tonight, and that's 1st and 10 now, with a great opportunity to blow this one open for Lake Mills here at the 24-yard line of MFL MarMac. Under center is Beamer. He pitches it to the deep back, and that's going nowhere. And we'll lose yardage. A couple-yard loss there to the 27. 3-yard loss. That would be Prescott. Prescott has 4 carries for 13 yards and a reception that went nowhere. 2nd down, 13 to go at the 27 of MFL MarMac. Up 13-0. Lake Mills going for more here. Beamer back to pass, escapes the rush, and then gets to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard farther. They put it at the 24, so it's a 3-yard gain. His 2nd carry, 5 yards on the ground for Kale. Got the touchdown pass. He's 6 out of 13 for 59 yards and a score, and 2 carries for 5 yards. He's in the shotgun. He's got a running back right next to him and 2 receivers to each side. Back to pass. He gets his arm hit, and he's lucky to jump on it. I think he got back on it anyway. Got his arm hit, and he let the ball loose and jumped on it. It's going to be an incomplete pass. That's actually go down as a sack for MFL MarMac, but minute 19 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 13-0, Lake Mills. Get another touchdown here. You can really put it away. But it's 3 touchdowns is a lot of room to make up in a quarter. There's a pass to the left, and it's incomplete. Storby was the intended receiver. So that was 4th down, and they will turn it over. Beamer now 6 of 15 for 59 yards and a score. But Alex Albert, the story tonight. If that first touchdown would have counted, and they got down to about the 6 before they lost that other one, this could be a wipeout. But as it is, 13-0, and that's still close enough with 56 seconds left in the third quarter for MFL MarMac to mount some kind of a comeback. And the Lake Mills defense has been on the field a lot tonight because MarMac likes to run a lot. 2nd down with after a yard or 2 gain here. Going to give him a yard. 2 yards. Yeah, they started at the 30. They're up to the 32. 2nd and 8. Clock is running at 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Coach Bill Burns doing a good job with the guys this week. There's a run up the middle. That'll waste the rest of the third quarter. Close to a first down, but not quite. He's going to be a yard and a half short. 3rd down. 6-5, 4, 3, 2, and the end of the third quarter with the score 13-0 Lake Mills over MFL MarMac on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. 3rd and 1 for MFL MarMac here, and I don't think he got it. He had to get to the 40. It's going to be 4th down as we start the fourth quarter with Lake Mills leading 13-0 from Wartburg College here in Waverly. Zimmerman Field. It's been a good game for Lake Mills. Defensively, they have a shutout going. That's good. And really, MFL MarMac hasn't even been close to scoring. They've had some nice runs here and there, but no damage done. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Pass over the middle. That's complete. They got to hurry up and get him down or he'll score. It looks like he's barefoot. It almost does. He's going to get in for the score. Wow. 62 yards. And he is going to stay down for a while and catch his breath. If he's not hurt there. He was tackled right at the 2 and fell over the pylon into the end zone. And he's injured. Fellow players looking at him and trying to get the training staff over there. They have a long way to go to get to him from where they're standing. It's about 100 yards away. But it's a score. It's 13-6 now in favor of Lake Mills on that 4th and 2. And they score from 62 yards out. He's up and walking off in his own power. Good to see. See if they go for one. It would be the smart play, I think. Go for the 1 point here, extra point. Save the 2 when you need it. Is that 23? It's Mason Hertramp. He's been their workhorse back. He was knocked over the pylon. Touchdown on a 62-yard reception over the middle. Takes a swig of water and walks off the field. Nice job. 11-13 to play in the fourth. 13-6 in favor of Lake Mills. Some players now getting their legs worked on as they're starting maybe to cramp up a little bit here late in the game. All this heat and all the exertion. Sweating out all the fluids. You got to keep drinking the Gatorade. And here comes MarMac. They're going to go for 2. And maybe they do this all the time when they score, but I still think the 1 would be good because if you get 1, you're within 6. All they're going to do is score a touchdown to tie it, but they're going to go for 2. The quarterback takes it, rolls out to the right, and that's complete. 2-point conversion. Number 21, Zachary Howe from quarterback Cedric Dron, and it's 15-8. Or no, they gave Lake Mills the points there. It's 13-8. 13-8 with 11-13 to go in the fourth. This job is hard enough when they don't lead me astray. on the scoreboard. There was the one time earlier they had second down and it was fourth down, and I knew I was right, but I report what they say. They still haven't changed the score. It's 13-8. It says 15-6. Both teams have 3 timeouts left here early in the fourth. Lake Mills about to get the ball back, and now all of a sudden they had that comfortable 13-point lead, and it's a little closer now. They're going to have to punch across some more points here. Martinson and Feldberg are going to be deep for the kickoff here. A 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Alex Albert, and he's not even in the game right now. He's the one with the leg tightness that they were working on. And no doubt he's right. He had a 68-yarder and a 90-yard run. Set to kick off here after their touchdown and 2-point conversion. Scoreboard is right, 13-8. 11-13 to play in the fourth. Kickoff from the 40. Feldberg and Martinson deep, and here we go. It's going to be Martinson at the 20. Follows Feldberg into the group to the right. He's got some room. He's at the 40 to midfield. Gets knocked out of bounds in MarMac territory at the 43-yard line. 37-yard return. Let's watch that one again. Around to the right side, 37 yards for Martinson. Nice job for Alex. First and 10 at the 43 of MFL MarMac. That's a good start. You get scored on, you get great field position, and score right back to take that lead again, or increase that lead again. Here's a wide open offense, 2 receivers to each side, and Beamer's going to keep it with all the pressure coming right in his face, and he's going to lose yardage. He's going to lose 4. Sack. Second down and 14. But take your time, guys. Got a 5-point lead, 10:36 to play and counting. The play clock is going down to 10. They should really have it down to less than 5 and every time they snap the ball, but it's still 10 minutes to play. Oh, he's running out of real estate as Beamer. He throws it before his knee touches. He was tackled, but he got it out of there and incomplete. 6 of 17 now passing for Beamer. 55 yards and a score. Third down and 14 from the MarMac 47. On the right hash mark, up come the Purple Bulldogs. And Beamer's got it from the shotgun. He's going to pass. He rolls a little bit to his right. Ooh, he's hit hard from behind and incomplete, they call it immediately. His arm was moving forward, according to the ref, and if we get a replay, I bet that will bear it out. Here it is. Is his arm moving forward when he's going to roll right a little bit. I thought his arm was moving forward. Yep, looks like it, just barely. So incomplete, fourth down.
4th and 14 for the Bulldogs.
13-8, the lead for Lake Mills. 10-10 to play in the fourth. And they're going to kick it back to MFL MarMac. Prescott drops back to kick. Got a couple of receivers down at the 15-yard line, but they're going to have a timeout here. Let's take a break and be back with more on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly with a punt for Lake Mills. That's going to bounce backwards. That's not going to get that thing. 25-yard line was where it comes to rest. With an even 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Lake Mills up 13-8. And MFL MarMac will have possession, scoring last time on a 62-yard pass play over the middle. So, yeah, like I said, the Lake Mills defense has been on the field quite a bit, and some players are cramping up. I see Beamer down there stretching a little bit. the quarterback and defensive back. These guys play both ways, and, you know, it's a lot of exertion on it. It's 81 degrees still. I just looked up. 81 degrees here in Waverly. Underway. Oh, looked like 27 might have got on the way of the snap there, but a completion out to the right, and first down for MFL MarMac. I'd say the Bulldogs, but that's Lake Mills too, so I have to say for MFL MarMac, which is much better than saying Monona, Farmersburg, Luana, Marquette, McGregor. So I got that going for me. 1st and 10 out at the 39-yard line, their own 39. Touchdown gives them the lead, so we got to stop that from happening. There's a run around the right side for 5 yards or so for Cutter Anderson, sophomore. Cutter, there's a unique first name. Kutter, Cutter. He's a 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore running back. 2nd and 5. 9:10 to play and counting. 4th quarter. Lake Mills up 13-8. MFL MarMac on the move. Handoff up the middle that goes for about a yard. That's the little guy, 27, Dylan Corlett. No.
Wagner making the tackle for Lake Mills with a 1-yard gain. 3rd down.
I didn't see a number. Well, it's still 3rd down and looks like 3 yards to go. 2.5, 3 yards. Clock is ticking at 8:35, and Lake Mills clinging to a 5-point lead. Cale Beamer still on the sidelines, not playing the defensive backfield this series. Pass over the middle's caught, and first down over the 50. Struggling down to the 45. 1st and 10, MarMac. And that is Mason Hertramp, who had that long touchdown. He looks like he's limping again. He was hurt on his 62-yard touchdown reception, and he's going to go out of the game here with the slight limp. Well, how do I know? Maybe that's how he walks. I don't know the kid. 1st and 10 from the Lake Mills 45 now. And things are getting a little tense here. We can't let them score the touchdown because they would have the lead. It's 8 minutes to go, and Lake Mills has been playing real well until that 62-yarder. There's another run up the middle. And another 3 yards and a cloud of dust. Oh, I see. He's 47. Derek Larson, the 5'4" senior.
2nd and about 7.
Shortest guy on the team. Running the ball here in the 4th quarter. Mostly because their workhorse, Hertramp, is a little bit nicked up. There's a pass to the right. Completed. No.
Grant's pass out in the right flat is incomplete.
Yeah, he dropped it at the 40.
Bring up 3rd and 8.
It wouldn't have gained much anyway. He only had about 3 yards there, and it wasn't even close to a first down. So 3rd and 8. Need a stop here. Big time, Lake Mills D. Come on, D. And to think, when I was in high school 100 years ago, they used to give us salt tablets when we were sweating a lot. Yeah, thanks. Around the left side, and real close to a first down. They can mark it at 35, and that's where he had to go. I think he got it. See where they put it down. Had to get almost to the 35, so if it's at the 35, that'll be a first down. And they're going to stop it and measure. So with the score 13-8 and 7:16 left to go in the 4th quarter from Wartburg College in Waverly at Zimmerman Field, we'll take a break and be back with more on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. I'm back in Waverly, and they're measuring. Stretch that thing out. That's a first down for MarMac. That's unfortunate because it was 3rd and 8, and a stop there would have been Although they might have gone for it because they're deep enough in Lake Mills territory that a punt would be not all that beneficial to them unless you could kick it out at the 1 or 2. But instead, they get the first down. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of Lake Mills. And here's that wild backfield. He's back to pass. He's got a guy over the middle. He runs into the defensive player, and they're going to call Alex Albert for interference, and he got run into. He was going for the ball. The guy ran into his back. We got a replay on this. The receiver runs into Alex's back, and they're going to call Albert for the interference. They should call it on MarMac. But no, they're going to call it on Alex. He was running away from the play. The receiver ran into his back, and they're calling Alex Albert for a penalty. What in the heck? All right, well, they give him a first down at the 20 now. 7:11 to play here in the 4th. Lake Mills up 13-8 after that horrible call. We have the replay if you want to see it. They come to the line in their wild formation. Guy always comes in motion and either takes the snap directly or looks like he will, but he doesn't this time. The quarterback hands off to the first man through, and there's no gain. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Lake Mills has to suck it up here and get the stop. 2nd and 10 at the 20. 6:45 and counting left. Because if the MFL MarMac is allowed to score here, time will be running out, and Lake Mills will be behind. The pass over the middle. And where's Tommy Cactus when you need him? He's a good guy to intercept him. He's tall and gets in the middle there. Here's a replay. Off the hand. It's 3 guys around him. Ill-advised pass there. 3rd and 10. I don't know how good their field goal kicker is, but they are in range, I would think. Although, they almost go for it on 4th down. This may be 4-down territory. Trailing by 5 as they are. Big 3rd down play. Rolls to his right. He's throwing it to the end zone and incomplete. No flags, incomplete. 4th down. Let's see that one again. A curl out to the right. The receiver couldn't get to it, and Martinson was all over him anyway. 4th down. 6:27 to play. See what they do. They'll go for it here. A big stop here for Lake Mills on 4th and 10 would be big. It's a direct snap to the 25 who gets the first down inside the 10. That is Cutter Anderson, the sophomore, who took the direct snap as he was in motion and was able to get 12 yards, needing 10. 1st and goal at the 8. The time is still running at 6:16. Lake Mills defense has got to be exhausted. They've been on the field quite a bit, and this has been a long drive too. 1st and goal at the 8 for MFL MarMac. Touchdown gives them the lead. We're under 6 minutes to play in the 4th. Here's a run around the left side, nowhere to go. Down at the 5 is Hertramp. And he's really limping. He's dragging his foot, and he's going to stay in the game. Nope, he's going to come out. 2nd down and goal at the 5. It was a gain of 3. Clock's running at 5:20 in the 4th. 13-8, Lake Mills. They've got to keep them out of the end zone. And there's a handoff up the middle, and that is snuffed out right there. Big number 76, Nate Orban, puts a stop to that. 3rd and goal. He lost a couple yards down to back to the 8-yard line. Lost a 3.
3rd and goal at about the 7-yard line.
That would be the 8. PA guy said 7, but that is the 8-yard line. 4:45 and counting. 3rd down and goal. There's a direct snap again to that guy in motion. Oh, he got plowed at the 5 by Feldberg. Feldberg's going to have to adjust his face mask on that one. He has hammered him. Arms and legs akimbo for the runner there. 4th down and goal from the 5. 4:14 and counting. Lake Mills up 13-8. If MarMac scores, they take the lead. If they stop him here, Lake Mills gets the ball back. It's a handoff. He's in. Nope. They call him down at the 1. That's a turnover on downs. Nice defense. Looked like the whole pile went into the end zone, but just a few defenders did. The ball carrier was stopped at the 1. Yeah, see, I got confused by the guys falling into the end zone, but that was all Lake Mills guys. Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 1. They have the 5-point lead. Under 4 minutes to play at 3:57 in the 4th quarter. They can't get a safety here. You got to get some breathing room here. And of course, MarMac has 3 timeouts. Lake Mills has 2. Well, they're not about to take any, but MarMac might take one, but not here. They got actually an injured player, although they're not stopping the clock for him. He's up on his feet. Looks like he'll stay in the game. 2nd down. They got about a yard out of that one. They're at the 2. Beamer calling the plays. No penalties here. Just kill some clock and get some breathing room. Maybe get a 1st down out of it. And hang on to that ball. About a yard or 2 gain there. Is that Albert? So 43 yards now for Albert on 11 carries. 2:55 to play. Still 3 timeouts for MarMac, 2 for Lake Mills. They're leading by 5 are the Lake Mills Bulldogs. But it's 3rd and 8 now from the 3, or the 4. I'd call it 3rd and 7 from the 4. Again, the field is dark, and they got a scoreboard that glows for miles. Makes it tough to see on that end of the field. That was Schmidt carrying around the left end, and he gets to maybe the 5-yard line, and they'll have to punt it away here. And finally, there's a timeout, I think, called, by MarMac. MFL MarMac calls their first timeout of the 2nd half, stopping the clock with 2:26 to play. Lake Mills up 13-8 and about to punt it away. We'll take a break here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly for this high school football tilt between Lake Mills and MFL MarMac. Both schools had about an hour and a half to travel from different directions in Iowa. Here's the punt. He gets it out of there nice. Prescott kicks it and bounces at the 40 and takes a Lake Mills roll to the 45. So with 2:17 to play and a 5-point lead for Lake Mills, they will go on defense and try and stop MarMac, who's been moving the ball here in the 2nd half. And they had a shutout going at halftime, did Lake Mills. They had that 3-yard touchdown pass in the 2nd quarter from Beamer to Feldberg, and a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Alex Albert to start the 2nd half. Missed the extra point. And then MarMac scored here in the 4th with a 2-point conversion to make it 13-8. MFL MarMac with the ball out of the shotgun from the 45 of Lake Mills. 2:17 to play. Here's the snap. He throws it out to the right, and that's almost tipped. But it's completed for no gain there. Gabe Irons jumped and almost had a piece of that one at the line of scrimmage. So no gain, actually a loss of a yard there on that completion. It's 2nd and 11. Clock is running at 1:52. 46-yard line. They need a touchdown to win, does MarMac, or at least take the lead. Run around the left side's going nowhere. And didn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd down and 10.5, and that was the guy with the limp there, Hertramp. Timeout called. Stops the clock with 1:35 to play. MarMac down to 1 timeout now. And again, we'll take a break here. 13-8 Lake Mills with the lead in 1:35 to play on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Waverly, it's 3rd down. Scoreboard shows 2nd. 3rd and 10.5 with 1:35 to play in the 4th quarter. Lake Mills up 13-8 and hanging on. They're playing defense now, trying to stop the MFL MarMac Bulldogs. 3rd and 10 from the Lake Mills 45.5-yard line. And I don't know what they're waiting for here. They're looking at the scoreboard. Oh, it's 139. They wanted to get to 139, but it's also 3rd down, and they've got to change that on the scoreboard. The down marker has it right at 3rd on the sideline. 3rd down in the shotgun. A guy's in motion for MarMac, and they're going to throw it. Almost picked off by Maverick Schmidt. He had his hands on it. Let's see that one back. Over the middle, and Schmidt gets up and puts his hands on it, makes it 4th down. And they're going to have to go for it, of course, trailing by 5 with 1:35 to play. They've converted before in this kind of situation on their scoring drive. So tough defense needed here, and then they can salt the game away. MarMac down to 1 timeout. You can hear the Lake Mills crowd getting loud on this 4th down play. That's picked. He might score. It's Martinson to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Or did he step out? Touchdown. Alex Martinson, 70 yards or so on that one. Where did he catch it? See the replay here. Stepped right in front of that pass. At the 30, so 70 yards. Man, he tight-roped down the sidelines. The quarterback took a shot at him there at the 15, but no, did not get him down, and Martinson takes it all the way 70 yards on the touchdown. Nice play. He also had a 37-yard kickoff return earlier. The extra point. Gabe Irons is up and good. So that makes it 20-8. Lake Mills with 1:19 to play. Weirder things have happened, but it looks pretty secure. 20-8. Again, thanks to our sponsors tonight. And you can thank them for allowing us to do this, and you can watch and hear the games, the home games for Lake Mills Sports. BizWiz Marketing LLC, Winworth Betco, Americana Insurance, as well as Young Plumbing and Heating, Womack Design, Dave's Auto Service, Sophia Asa Photography, Premier Concrete, Farmers Trust and Savings Bank, Wilkinson Tool and Die, Tri-State Tax, North Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Lake Mills Chamber Development Corporation, Amish Heirlooms Furniture, Midwest Metal Stamping, Thrivent Financial, Dale's Body Shop, Carl Bladel Construction, PrintMajor.com, and America's Mattress of Albert Lee. 20-8, Lake Mills in front here in Waverly at Wartburg College. It's been a fun game. Lake Mills leading the whole way. It was actually scoreless for the first quarter and most of the second until, it was right before the half when we got the first touchdown. 3-yard pass. There's a kickoff that squibs down, and he's down at the 32 on as soon as he gets it. He had his knee down. It was Cutter Anderson. So they'll start from the 32, trailing now by 12, so they need a couple of scores with 1:17 to play. It's going to be tough to do. Lake Mills has come through when it counted. They had a 68-yard touchdown run called back in the first quarter. Those hurt. A lot of times that comes back to haunt you, but not tonight as they have the 12-point lead now. 1st and 10, MFL MarMac. Well, the whistles, timeout, Lake Mills. Let's take a quick break here. It's 1:17 to play. 20-8 lead for Lake Mills on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. We're back here in Waverly. It had just missed a play. Let's see that one. It was 1st and 10. A pass to Dylan Corlett out to the right. Number 27 there gets it. Tackled immediately at the 40. So 2nd down and 3 after that 7-yard gain. And the clock is running at 50 seconds. They do have one more timeout, does MarMac, actually both teams, but the clock's running and they're just taking their time. There's a flag. The delay, no, offsides. Offsides on Lake Mills is going to give them another 5. And that should give them a 1st down. But there's only 44 seconds left, and they are trailing by 12. 3 touchdowns tonight for Lake Mills. They had one called back, and they were 1st and goal and fumbled the ball away at another time. So a lot of great opportunities to score for Lake Mills tonight. And they've scored from far away, 90-yard kickoff return, and just had a 70-yard interception return for a touchdown, and a 3-yard pass for the 3rd score. There's a pass that's picked off by Cactus at the 34-yard line, and that'll be the game. They'll just do the victory formation and call it a night here from Waverly. It'll be a fun bus ride home for the Lake Mills Bulldogs. I wonder how much collective weight they've lost tonight with all the sweat. It's still 80 degrees here, 9:20 in the evening, 9:18, I guess. And not such a fun bus ride home for MFL MarMac. And the victory formation there is a kneel down. There's a timeout left, but it doesn't do any good to call it, so might as well just let the clock run out. 28. See if the play clock and the game clock are going to sync up here. Yeah, they're going to have to snap it one more time. They got a guy way deep, Maverick Schmidt, and Beamer takes it. Knees down, and that's the ball game. 20-8 victory for Lake Mills over MFL MarMac. A very enjoyable game, a lot of big plays, and we'll recap those and show them to you too when we come back from our break here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. We're back in Waverly. 20-8 win for Lake Mills over MFL MarMac here. Lake Mills was considered the home team here at Wartburg College for some reason, but it worked out all right, and they're going to have a happy bus trip home. Let's recap these scores. In fact, we have them all here. First, right before the half, it was Lake Mills scoring on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Beamer to Feldberg, and the extra point was good. Then to open the second half, look at this. Alex Albert picks it up at the 10, and I think he was untouched. He might have got shoved at the beginning there, but he just scampered down 90 yards for the touchdown. And it was 13-0, and here's the extra point, which you can't really see because the scoreboard glows like Mars and a clear night. It was missed, though. So 13-0 at that point. And then I believe, it was MarMac's time to score. Over the middle, the pass. And he goes 60 yards or so. There were a lot of big touchdown plays, long ways out. And they go for 2 to the right here, and it is complete. So it's 13-8 at that point. And then the big interception by Martinson here, I believe, jumps in front of that play and goes 70 yards for the touchdown. He almost gets knocked out by the quarterback here, but not quite. 70-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Gabe Irons, the homecoming king, is good. And 20-8 is your final. And hi, I'm Jay Paul, and thanks to Kurt and Arthur for all the great work, camera work, and the replays, and keeping me on track with our sponsors. And thanks again to our sponsors too. Can't do it without them. We'll be hearing more about their products coming up here very soon. Again, we want to really welcome the new sponsors, printmajor.com, America's Mattress of Albert Lee, as well as Farmers Trust and Savings Bank. Also new to our broadcast is Americana Insurance and Winworth Betco, as well as all of our sponsors that have been with us. We've got no games next week, but we have a volleyball game at Lake Mills on the 3rd of October, and then that Friday the 6th we'll have another football game for you as we do the home games for Lake Mills, and then that's it for football and volleyball as they get into the district play. We can't do those, but we'll start basketball for the boys and girls in late November here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. And it's Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Check us out on Facebook, too, Facebook.com/Bulldogs-TV. And you can keep up to date on all the things we're up to. And we have some giveaways online, too, on the Facebook site as well. Not a lot of yards from scrimmage to talk about, 50 yards passing, 40 yards rushing here and there. But big plays, 90-yard kickoff return set for Alex Albert. 70-yard interception return for a touchdown by Alex Martinson, and the 3-yarder from Beamer to Felstead. And that wraps up the scoring and a big win for Lake Mills, 20-8. And we'll catch you again on October 3rd with Lake Mills Volleyball right here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com.